Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring with the harmony of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Embracing the rising sun of a new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won.
Say Marcus Garvey.
Marcus
Marcus Garvey. Say it with pride. Marcus Garvey.
Marcus Garvey.
I share. We gotta wake him up. See, there's no empty seats in here. You know, our ancestors are still here. You know what I mean? So we can't be sleeping on them. They didn't wake up, you know, to come in and see our energy drain. We have to really show up. You know, so we woke up Marcus Garvey, and today we want to honor Marcus Garvey. So I'm gonna pass it on to my son, and he gonna read number 1.
May I have permission from my elder to speak? Number 1. The Honorable Marcus A. Garvey, was one of the most powerful black men in America in the early 1900s.
Now, do we know what that means? See, now, I'm not going to just have him read this. We got to interpretize this, right? There was key words in that phrase. Read it one more time.
The Honorable Marcus A. Garvey was one of the most powerful black men in America in the early 1900s.
Do you know what that means? Huh? Do you know what that means? What word stuck out to you when he read that? Read it one more time.
The Honorable Marcus A. Garvey was one of the most powerful black men in America in the early 1900s.
Do we know what that means? Do we know what power is, right? What's power? Come on, I want the young one. What's power?
Power is.
They got to know what power is. White kids know what power is. What's power?
Power is like.
Influence. Influence, we'll take that. Come on, give me another thing. What's power? Strength. Come on, give me some words. What's power? What's power? What's power? Huh? Come on up here. Come on, you wanna come with me? Come on. Come on. We're gonna wake him up. What's power? Huh? Give me one word. Huh? Look at it. Look at it. What's power? Huh? You don't know what power is? Do you want some power? Okay, so we about to learn what power is today, right? So power, right? Power is it's the key to define our own destiny, right? Right? Like this facility gives us power, right? Because we have the ability to come in on our own leisure, right? Did we have power in slavery? Huh? Why didn't we have power in slavery, right? Because our time was dictated, right? Now we got the chance and we got the time to sit amongst each other in Sankofa. We know what Sankofa is? Say Sankofa.
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 Who knows what Sankofa is? $30. Who knows what Sankofa is? $40. Who knows what Sankofa is? $50. Who knows what Sankofa is? It's all good. Sam got it. $70. Who knows what Sankofa is? Yeah, Sam got it right. No, I'm just playing. But no, Sankofa means to go back and fetch, right? So what we're doing today is we want to go back and we want to go fetch. When we say Marcus Garvey, when we say our ancestors and our elders, we're saying we're going back in our past to draw something from the past to bring to the front so we can incorporate these things. So let's say Marcus Garvey.
Marcus Garvey.
Y'all gonna know this name before we leave. Number 2.
Number 2. Marcus Garvey created factories and businesses for black people.
Do we know how important that is, right? Why would we want factories and businesses for black people? Somebody tell me. Somebody. We don't know why we want black businesses?
So we can have our own money.
That's right. So we have our own capital. Something else. Come on. It's many reasons why we should have. This young man is the reason why we should have our own black businesses, right? Right? Right. So why is it important for us to have our own black businesses? Somebody give it to me.
We have better control of our neighborhoods.
Better control of the neighborhoods. I like that. That's the best answer so far. Somebody top it. Somebody top it. Who else? To determine our own destiny. Capital determines our own destiny. If we're beggars, then we can't determine anything, right? But if we stand on our own, we can determine everything. What's number 3?
He owned a fleet of ships that he intended to use to do business with black nations around the world.
You know how big that is? Read it again.
He owned a fleet of ships that he intended to use to do business with black nations around the world.
Now, why would he want to do that? Now, these are just, I'm asking questions because I want y'all to draw out. You know, the real definition of education is to draw out, right? You know, we're so used to be sitting in classrooms where we have school marms, which is witches, who always pushing things on us to get us to remember things for their own benefit. Today, we're drawing this information out. Why would we want ships to do businesses with other nations around the world?
To travel to those locations and destinations without restrictions of not having the ability to get here.
Ashe. We can use these ships to go to Africa and not have to get a passport, right? And not have to ask anybody. What else? Why would we want ships? What else he said? Go ahead, read it one more time.
He owned a fleet of ships that he intended to use to do business with black nations around the world.
He intended to use to do black businesses around the world. Why would we want to do black businesses around the world?
Because we're the only people that exist everywhere.
That's right. She's saying if we make a connection with all black people around the world who's in business, there's no way we can't determine our own destiny. Why did Marcus Garvey do this in the 1900s? See, these are things that we have to ponder. We have to say, Kofa. Next one.
Marcus Garvey created the red, black, and green flag for black people.
Okay, now we all touched on that, right? What the red mean? And I want just the kids, the babies. What the red mean?
They're autistic. So someone.
What the red mean? Blood. What the black mean? Our skin. What the green mean? The land. What land though? Not just any land. I want to get this right. What is the greenest continent in the world? That's right. So when you see this, it's not just land. This is Mama Africa right here. This blood is shed. This is not just our blood, but this is the blood that was shed for the liberation. So we can be here today to even learn this. This is why this is important. You know, this flag, before we had this flag, there was a song called Every Race Had the Flag with the Coons. In the 1900s. Yep, this is, look it up. Look it up. They said every race had the flag but the Coons, right? And Marcus Garvey get wind of this and he said, well, people without a flag is a people without respect, right? So this is how we get the red, black, and green flag. Marcus Garvey came in and said, now we got a flag. What you gonna say now? What you gonna do now? So in retrospect, the title Coonin can be applied to people who don't honor this flag. We ain't got no coons in here, so, you know, I just want to keep that on the record, but definitely this is the birth of the flag. Every race had their flag, but the coons. Now we got a flag, y'all. Next one.
Marcus Garvey founded the UNIA, the Universal Improvement Association, to organize blacks all over the world.
Now we should all know what the UNIA is. At this very time, the UNIA got a luncheon, a Black Panther luncheon that they're doing right now, at this very time. So we know what the UNIA is, right? Who's the local president of the UNIA in Buffalo? What's his name? No, say it loud. What's his name?
Lion Blind.
That's right. What's his queen name? Because we always want to show that down.
Sophia.
Sophia what? Blighting. That's right. So we always want to show that balance. You know, I'm a king and I'm nothing without my queen. Marcus Garvey was nothing without his queen. We read words that Marcus Garvey queen wrote up so we can speak forever. This is why it's important for us to have that relationship. Go ahead, next one.
Marcus Garvey believed in Africa for African people.
Do we know what that means? Africa for African people?
He didn't believe in just blacks like in America. He believed in blacks.
That's right.
In
That's right.
Africa.
Africans throughout the diaspora. So if you in Brazil, if you in Puerto Rico, if you in Europe, Germany, wherever you at, if you black, you still for Africans. So he said Africans for African people. What's next?
In January 1918, Marcus created a newspaper called the Negro World. The newspaper was distributed all over the world.
Do we know how important a newspaper is? Mm-hmm. Let me ask y'all this. Who got MySpace and Facebook? Who got Facebook? Who got Instagram? I know, right? I'm old. Who got Instagram? I got all of that, right? Now imagine a newspaper that's going viral in the 1900s. That's what Marcus Garvey was able to do. You know, we do a video and it goes viral throughout the world, right? But imagine having a newspaper that goes viral throughout the world. And because of this newspaper, he was able to have chapters in Mexico. He was able to have chapters in Puerto Rico. He was able to have chapters in China because of this one newspaper. And the very message that he spoke was Africans for the Africans, home and abroad. Can we say Marcus Garvey?
Marcus Garvey.
Marcus Garvey. While we honoring Marcus Garvey, hit me with the next one.
Marcus created his own militia in 1921. Those men were dressed in attractive uniforms with gold trimming.
Now, why is it important? You hear what he said, though. Read it one more time. Military.
Marcus created his own military in 1921. Those men were dressed in attractive uniforms with gold trimming.
Do you know why it's important for us to look proper? Marcus Garvey created his own military. Why would he create his own military in the 1900s? Why would Marcus Garvey band black people together to create a military in the 1900s? Why? What was going on in the 1900s? Some of my elders give me this. What was going on in the 1900s with black people? That's right. That's right. Lynching. That's right. Lynching. Public humiliation. This is what we were going through in the 1900s. So it was important for us to have a counter. For us to counter that. So brothers that was coming from the military, you know, coming back from these wars, joined right in with Marcus Garvey elite. And we became military. Dressed in what?
Attractive uniforms with gold trimming.
Attractive uniforms and gold trimming. We all got computers, right? So here's a challenge, right? I want us to research those uniforms and post them on your Facebook thing like it was Marcus Garvey newspaper back in the day. Let that go viral. Can we get our shake? That's the challenge. So we're going to find somebody in Marcus Garvey uniform and we're going to post it on our social media sites. That's the challenge. Tag everybody. This is what we look like in the 1900s. Next one.
Marcus created the battle cry for black people by saying, "One God, one aim, one destiny."
That's the most beautiful thing right there. Please give me that. Please give me that. Yes, 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 yes. What this say, y'all?
One God, one.
Now say it together. Come on, let's wake them up.
One God, one aim, and one destiny.
What did this mean? When we say this, what is he trying to internalize to us?
We have one God.
One God.
A collective God.
That's right.
All come from.
That's right.
We have one aim, one trajectory that we should be on.
That's
It's
right.
bringing all of us together, no matter where we are, from
That's
all
right.
parts of the earth,
That's right.
in one destiny. Meaning that we're creating our destiny for the future of our people to rise again, to live again, to grow again, to be who we were already again.
Ashe. So what she's saying is this phrase is a unity phrase. This phrase is about us being on one page when we fight this beast. You know, because we can't be all on different ways and different aspects when we got an enemy amongst us, right? So his message to us was what?
God, one aim, one destiny.
I want a little one to read it. What? Say it loud. Ashe. Ashe. Give me the last one.
He taught blacks to be proud of their African heritage.
Say it one more time.
He taught blacks to be proud of their own African heritage.
Now what that mean? Are you African? Huh? Wait, look at it. Look at it. You can't give him the answer to the test. Yeah, right. You say you African. Right. You can't give him the answer. Are we African?
Yes.
Are we Africans?
Yes.
What makes us Africans? Our heritage. What else makes us African?
Their skin color.
Our skin color. What else? Our culture. This is undeniable. We can't look at these people over there on the other part of the world and say we don't see no connections. Yeah, some of us might see ourselves in one of them. You know, because I was looking at some pictures of some Africans the other day, look just like my brothers. You know, I swear to God it did. This is what I'm saying. We are all from around the world. And Marcus Garvey was teaching us that. What this say, y'all?
One God, one aim, one destiny.
And one more time, can we say Marcus Garvey? Marcus Garvey. Marcus Garvey. I'd like to think today that we made Marcus Garvey proud with just going back and reiterating on what he gave us and why we should reflect on this man, not just every year, but every day of our lives.
Ashe.
Ashe. Thank you.
All right, so